To me, it was like this opportunity to rethink how traditional systems are built. And I think like the timing of it couldn't be any more perfect, because I think as society, we're starting to realize all the flaws in like governments and banks. And it's like such an opportune time to like redo some of this.
Preethi Kasireddy has never been one to take the beaten path, and that affinity for new challenges has most recently guided her into the cryptocurrency space. After growing up in both India and the United States, she decided to chase her dreams by earning an engineering degree from USC. However, her plans quickly changed after networking with people from one of the most powerful names in traditional finance.
I got recruited by Goldman. Long story short, I ended up getting an internship at Goldman and then a full-time offer at Goldman. So I went from engineering to investment banking. I hated banking.
I read, and within 1 month, you were done.
I was like, yeah, like it's just not me. It was like the 180 of engineering. Like engineering is like building and thinking and solving problems, and finance was like number crunching and like post analysis. And I just like, my brain doesn't think that way. And I felt like I was not using my intelligence in the right way. The typical path after banking is private equity or hedge fund. And so I explored that extensively. I interviewed at like various private equity funds and hedge funds, and I was like, God, no, like I don't want to do this again. This is banking 2.0.
And so she took the leap of faith. Instead of continuing with something she wasn't passionate about, Preethi began researching the world of venture capital. Ultimately, she landed a job with Andreessen Horowitz, where she found her calling in software, startups, and cryptocurrency.
I learned so much there. I can't even tell you how much I learned. When you work with people like Chris Dixon or Mark Andreessen or Ben Horowitz, and you just like listen to what they say, you just soak in so much knowledge. And I'm really thankful for that experience. But at the same time, I was sitting on the other side of the table listening to founders every day, and I started to get founder envy. I was like, oh my God, like I love what you're doing, and this is what I should be doing. Like I have so much energy and so much in me, that potential in me, and I'm just sitting here listening to you. Why am I not doing this? But then I realized one thing that really got me scared was that I wasn't technical. I didn't have the skills to code. And one of the theses that A16Z had was we only invest in technical co-founders. And so the next day, I remember I like looked at like JavaScript tutorials. I picked like a Code Academy tutorial. It was a 10-hour tutorial. I started it at 8 a.m. thinking I'd do it for 2 hours and then go to work. And I like literally got hooked on it, and that was the day. Like it just started, and then it snowballed from there. Every day I just became obsessed with it.
Eventually, Preethi's time at Andreessen Horowitz came to an end in search of something new. After a brief stint at Coinbase and several jobs with other companies in the blockchain industry, she discovered that she wanted to tackle one of the biggest issues facing cryptocurrency today: misinformation.
I got hooked up with this project that an ex-manager wanted me to work on, and like it ended up also being like kind of like a scammy project, and like even I myself got gypped into this, and I was like, this is crazy. Like people can just like, we're able to just go online and make claims and raise millions of dollars off of it, and I was like, this is nuts. Like and like I knew that like at least 80% of the claims they were making were false. But it was like my mix of industrial systems engineering background. So I have I have a systems understanding mixed with like my experience in blockchain, mixed with this like experience of like scams and ICOs, and it kind of turned into this like product where I was like, I wonder if we can like, just like Wikipedia crowdsourced information, can we crowdsource the validation of that information? And that's when it was born, and I'm like really obsessed with social networks and how they form and how you can really build a high quality social network. And I think that is what we're doing at True Story. We're building a social network where what we call experts identify what's true and what's not. And we're starting with topics specifically in crypto. Like the internet just became this place where it's all about opinions and propaganda and less about information and knowledge. Like it used to be about information and knowledge, and I feel like that's changed, and we want to bring that back.
As True Story continues its mission to clean up information in the cryptocurrency space, Preethi hopes that other technologists will continue on with blockchain missions of their own.
This is fundamentally just a better way to coordinate humans, and this type of opportunity has never existed before. Technologies, all the pieces of the technology are there. And I think you're starting to see the fall of the current way of doing things. And those two things merged, it's just going to create this like new future. And I don't think anyone can imagine what it will be, but it'll be a better one.
All right, that was our latest episode of Blockstreet's Beyond Blockchain featuring Preethi. I had a great time sitting down with her and picking her brain. If you enjoyed this, do us a favor and like the video or subscribe, because that way you'll be notified when our next video comes out. We look forward to bringing you the stories of different pioneering thought leaders in the blockchain space. See you next time.